Hey.
I'm the owner of a childcare business with 60 employees that does about 3 million in revenue. As I enter the trailblazer stage of business, other colleagues in my industry tell me to hire virtual assistants to help with operational efficiency and to help me scale faster. My head sees this as an opportunity, but my heart feels unsure because I can't have the same leadership impact with a virtual assistant. So my question is, am I crazy to value in-person leadership impact over operational efficiency when considering a virtual assistant?
No, we don't have any virtual assistants at Ramsey. And you're big enough that you don't need one. With 60 people, you need your assistant on site. The CEO of an organization that size running $3 million, you need somebody on site. That's what I would do anyway. You're asking me. Now, I'm not against virtual assistants as a concept. We actually endorse a company that does that. And they've supported us for years. We've supported them for years. But there's a time and place for that. And it generally is when you're at the treadmill stage and you can't afford to have somebody there. You don't have a location even that can hold enough people to, your fourth employee is usually not a personal assistant, right? That kind of thing. But you got 60 people working there and you're running $3 million a year. You said $3 million, right?
Yeah, and all of my employees are with the children. They're all on operations.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all the marketing, the finance, HR, all of that.
Yeah, you absolutely need somebody in your corner. And they need to be a high level. They don't need to be it's not somebody answer the phone and write letters. It's people help you with these actual HR issues, somebody help you with the marketing issues. They can implement some of the things you're talking about. They're like your right arm, in other words, rocket fuel. And so, I think that's even more reason that they need to be in person, personally. But you're talking to the guy who doesn't do work from home.
Right.
We don't have a single person working from home.
Would you start with an executive assistant?
I'm sorry?
Would you start with an executive assistant?
I would, in person. Yeah. I would not do a virtual. And for all the reasons you outlined when you opened the call, it's the same thing we believe here. Now, again, what I'm trying to say, though, is that's not to say just because you don't need one and I don't need one that there's not a place for some virtual assistants. There is a place for that, but yours is not. You definitely need a high quality executive assistant in there that understands marketing lingo quickly, understands HR lingo quickly, and they're not a glorified secretary. They are actually helping you run the business, almost as if they're an assistant manager, so to speak.
That makes sense.
Because you got all these plates you're spinning. You're the only one spinning the operations side. The actual product delivery is the only thing your employees do. You do all the back office by yourself.
Right.
That's what you said. So that's why we know you need somebody that can help you do all of that, not just answer your correspondence. It's not like a 1950s secretary that brings you coffee and types letters. It's not what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
This is someone that really has some business acumen and comes in. You're probably going to pay them a little bit more, and they're probably going to be worth it, though. Because you've probably got enough plates spinning with what you're describing in enough different major areas of the business that you might be dropping some stuff here or there that they pick up, and it probably is going to increase your profitability.
Yeah, so what would you look for in an executive assistant?
I would like, in this case, for someone, I'm just making this up as we're talking. I haven't put a lot of thought into it. But I would almost like someone that had run their own business in the past.
Interesting.
And maybe even a little bit older person. So because, someone just out of college doesn't have the business acumen to help you with these different elements, right? And if they've run their own business before, they've dealt with some basic marketing things, or they've dealt with some, maybe they ran a little marketing business that failed, and they're just looking for a place to land that's safe and work for a good guy and come in and join a thing and take care of kiddos, and that's a good mission for them of to come in and bring some of their knowledge base to help you do some of these things. Because I'm just thinking somebody has a little bit of marketing knowledge, a little bit of HR knowledge, a little bit of, where they can actually kind of be your right arm, not just somebody that fetches coffee.
Yeah, that would sound really nice.
Yeah. And again, you be willing to pay 10 or 20 grand more a year and get the right person, because they're going to take some of this off of you, and I think it's going to increase your revenues and decrease your costs, because you're going to have another set of eyes looking at operating the entire business. You're the only one looking at the whole thing right now. And if you get this, it's almost an assistant manager's role, or a VP role, if you will. I would not advertise it that way, but that's how I'd be thinking about when I'm interviewing and hiring and pushing my way through it. That's how I'd go at it. You're a good man, Steve. It's going to work out good for you. Proud to have you in our audience, sir. Very well done.